Is there any unfinished business with integration of Goa into India? Now, Supreme Court has recognized that Goa became a part of India by conquest. That is the Gosalia judgment. But subsequently, the Portuguese government and the Indian government entered into a treaty whereby the Portuguese government recognized Goa as a part of India. So that part of the problem has been completed. So there's no issues now left insofar as that issue is concerned. We are a part of India, whether by conquest or whether by the treaty, full-fledged citizens from 1961 to those others who did not want citizenship. All others by the citizenship order are citizens of India. Number two, Cyril issued an issue regarding the indigenous people of Goa. Now, we have Adivasis throughout the country, all indigenous people who have been recognized as Adivasis. In Goa, we call them Kunbis, Veli, Gauda. These are the Samaj constituting the indigenous group. Now, the framers of our constitution recognized the difficulties, apart from the scheduled caste and the OBCs, the difficulties that the Adivasis had faced, and therefore provided three things. One, Article 15.4, reservation in educational institutions. Article 16.4 and 16.5, reservations in employment and to an extent in promotions for scheduled tribes and scheduled castes. And three, reservation of parliamentary and assembly seats based upon representation. Perhaps in Goa this has not yet happened, but this is the constitutional framework to every indigenous group which has been recognized as scheduled tribes and notified by the President in the Constitution order pursuant to Article 323, if I'm not mistaken. So this is a broad framework for the indigenous group, whether they are in Goa, whether they are in Maharashtra, whether they are in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh. They have some common traits all across. So there's nothing, to Cyril's information, distinct in the indigenous groups of Goa from the larger indigenous groups of India, which are called all Adivasis. Now the main issue, I think, which all of us are concerned is, yes, we got liberation, we fought the opinion poll, became a union territory, became a state. What next? Now, why was this achieved? It was achieved because it was assumed that we have a distinct identity, a distinct language, and therefore this state needs to be protected as based on these two factors. Now, you cannot stop migration of people from other parts of the country into Goa because the right to move throughout the territory of India is guaranteed by the Constitution. The right to carry on a profession, work, is guaranteed by the Constitution. So if Goans don't work, somebody else is bound to work. So that, two, now if people migrate into Goa, they are bound to require a place to reside. Now, these are normal demographic changes that take place. But what concerns me, and I think most of us, is the demographic changes which are taking place by indiscriminate housing, what we call the mega projects, without the basic amenities like infrastructure, water supply, roads, power. Now, does Goa has the capacity to take in all this? I can't use the word outsiders, they are Indians. Can we take in so many people which will displace our identity? Now, unfortunately for us, though there are laws, I have counted about 15 laws, and one more law is the latest amendment to the Code of Commandant, Section 31A, if effectively used, can to an extent protect the change of demography. Now, in law, there is a principle called theory of trusteeship. Now, this theory of trusteeship is that the rivers, the mountains, the forests are part of the right of the people to be kept in trust. No government has the right to destroy this. No government has the right to take away these rights of the people. Now, unfortunately, most of us have not understood, and this theory of trusteeship is now recognized by the Supreme Court as a part of the law of this country. Then we have other concepts to protecting the environment. We have what is called polluter pays principle. We have sustainable development. We have intergenerational equity. Now, these are concepts which we as Goans can use to protect the change in demography which is taking place. I was invited by then Speaker of the Goa Assembly, Mr. Harmalkar, to address the legislators and ex-legislators, because then there was a demand for special status for Goa. I spoke and I addressed, I pointed out that there is nothing demanding a special status. We, within ourselves, can maintain the land status by suitable amendments to our laws. These are some thoughts which I am reflecting. Perhaps in the course of the discussion, I may articulate more thoughts. Thank you.